What up, bro? Long
What's
time
up, brother?
coming. What's up, man? It took
How
us
you
a
doing?
while to actually get on here just because we had so much technical difficulties and conflicts of schedule. But yeah, bro, how you been, bro? Welcome back to the
Good.
show. We're bringing it back. It's been quite some time. We fell off for a bit. There's been other projects and other things that I've actually been working on. But yeah, man, I'm glad to have you back on here. How you been, bro?
Yeah, brother. Good, good. I actually just got done with a workout, but same thing every day. Work, gym.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the other podcast that I've been doing.
Yeah, with Louis.
Yeah, it's that one is. What do you think about that one, bro? In comparison to this one.
Uh, yeah. I think it's good. I also think you could do both, just because I know Louis knows a lot of his stuff.
Uh-huh.
He's really knowledgeable. So, but he also brings that funny side to it, where that little side comments just had me laughing.
Yeah, it's a little bit absurd if you watch this. If you go from this to watching that shit, people are kind of thrown off balance because if you really think about it, I think like just like with anybody else, a lot of people have a bunch of depth in them. And well, even though I take a lot of things like really serious, just because I'm somebody that's really motivated and I just like to jump into things, I think that also my experiences living, in the environment where I lived at, also, makes up for great stories and a bunch of retarded shit that a lot of people in what I would feel is would be a normal society wouldn't understand. You get me? Because a lot of people, especially in that podcast, would talk about like, hey, bro, some of the stories that you're telling, I don't even know if they're real or not because they sound like so out of pocket, bro. And it's crazy because now, and the last one, hopefully you watch it soon. I actually brought in some friends, and they actually kind of, I mean, we don't even really talk beforehand before we even record the podcast, but while we're shooting it, they kind of, how do I say, like back up like the story that I told beforehand. So it's
Right.
like, yeah, like some of this shit seems out of pocket and it seems like absurd or it seems like thrown out way out of proportion. But that's just that it happens. You get me? Like that's what actually happens in the ghetto streets of South Central LA.
Yeah, bro. Like even listening to the one you had sent me with Louis, I started thinking about a lot of stuff from back in the day. I mean, you see all kinds of crazy shit,
Yeah.
and I mean, every place has its things, but it's just the size of LA. There's so many people, man. Every corner is just you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what you're gonna see, and you have a lot of bad times, but you also have, like you said, a lot of good times where you're just with friends, and you know you
do,
guys just make the most out of it.
do you think like living in a hectic environment like that prepares you for the world? So when things are not, I guess, normal, you don't either A, get too shocked to the point where you don't react to what's going on in the situation, or B, you just aren't afraid and you're able to confront like the world as a whole because you're coming from a place that's very chaotic and now you go into a society, or if you get the opportunity to make it out of the hood, you go into a society where, at least I would hope that you would scale up and everything would be more normal. Or C, do you think it like hurts you like in the long run, bro? Like you now being in a society while growing up in a society that wasn't, or an environment that wasn't so great. Do you think it kind of handicaps you?
No, I think LA, not just LA, but LA, New York, Chicago.
Mhm.
I think they're the extreme, the other side, but to the extreme.
Yeah.
So when a lot of places are pretty calm and mellow, and you don't really see this kind of activity, or it's just not there.
Yeah.
LA, and because that's where we grew up. It's completely different.
Yeah.
This thing is out in the open. It's everywhere. You can't escape from it. Um, but a lot of the things, I mean, there's so many good lessons that you can learn
Yeah.
from that. One of the biggest things is just how to mind your business.
Yeah, that's a big
How
one.
to just walk going around. From people that are immigrants coming from all over the world, wherever they learn how to mind their business,
Yeah.
and they just go about their day. But the same. Like again, LA is so big that there's trouble in every part of the city. That it's easy to get into that life.
Yeah.
Um, but it definitely teaches you a lot of things. And yeah, these other places, they're they're a little too sheltered,
Yeah.
I think. Um, but then again, their life doesn't reflect that. They don't need to have that mentality, or there's no, doesn't affect them.
Yeah, because I hear a lot of people, especially people that come from other states, that come into California, especially Los Angeles. But of course, there's other places like San Francisco, like the big major cities, was what I'm trying to say in California. That they come to California and they're like, "Hey, California seems to be its own world," and I always, go back to like Texas because that's kind of like where I spend a lot of my time back, back in 2020. Uh, Arizona for a little bit, but just passing by mostly. But what I'm trying to say is that here, yeah, like everybody kind of like seems to be in like in their own bubble and like doing their own shit, and then you go to these other states, bro, and people just kind of seem to actually want to interact, actually want to talk, bro, actually like for whatever reason have the time of day, bro, and like if you talk to
Yeah,
somebody right here, bro, it's like borderline like I mean, not everybody, right? Because also there's a time and place for everything, right? But most people will just look at you like, bro, like shut the fuck up, bro. Like, not even trying to be in a rude way, but I feel like since the world moves so fast here, it's like nobody has really the time to sit down and have a whole ass conversation with you.
yeah, they don't. I think I just live in a little different, from at least from Texas, because it's Vegas. It's international. Everybody from
Mm,
all over the world is here at all times. Now that
yes.
we have the Formula One, so you have a lot more people coming in, and I think it's more like cultural thing,
Hmm.
to where a lot of cultures that's how they work. They just go from point A to point B, and try to stay under the radar and not bother people. But you also have a lot of people where because they don't understand that, there's a lot of rage that goes with that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
That they don't understand. Some people don't operate the exact same way, and regardless of that, you don't have to like it, but you got to respect it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just think again, being Vegas, there's just so many cultures here. Um, it's I just think it's a big misunderstanding, basically.
Yeah, talking about Vegas, in February, bro, it's gonna be really hella packed, bro, because they're gonna have that same week that the Super Bowl's on, right there in the Allegiant Stadium, right there where the Raiders play at. There's gonna
Yeah.
be UFC the night before. They're gonna have a big card, so they're expecting that weekend in Vegas to be wildin', bro.
Oh, bro, I don't even go out when there's like an event like that. I don't go out, even though I don't live like close to the strip.
Yeah,
But there's construction like everywhere in Vegas. So no matter where you go, you're gonna get traffic, and
yeah, because there's always people coming in, right? Like, I mean, it's like you said, like, it's a tourist attraction. So I could imagine how it is right now, bro, during the holidays.
yeah, it gets like I said. There's been construction for years now, so you know things get backed up, and then there's a lot of more people moving out here from
Yeah.
different states and everything.
Yeah, hey, and you know what I've just noticed, bro? You're actually, and I know that you're a big fan of him, and rest in peace. You're actually on episode 24, bro.
Oh
Yeah, you're on
yeah,
episode 24, bro.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
What do you think about
like
that?
mom. I didn't even know, but man, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
actually really really
numbers
cool.
align, bro. Numbers don't lie. You feel me? Yeah, bro. Like, I know that you talk about him a lot. And for you guys that don't know who I'm referring to, Kobe Bryant, bro. Uh, yeah, man, you made it
Yeah,
on episode 24, bro. What do you think about all that?
he's. I mean, to me, he became someone special. Not, I always liked basketball, but I never really got into it. I
Yeah,
was never like a team guy, but I liked the game.
yeah,
And from Kobe, I actually like Kobe more as a person.
mm,
You know, like nothing was enough for him. Um, he knew multiple languages. You know, he would learn other languages just to talk shit to you.
Yeah.
You know, his everybody says, you know, his
Work
work
ethic.
ethic was, you know, compared to none. Yeah, bro, his work ethic is just like it was crazy. You know that. You know, it was just if I wake up earlier than everybody and train multiple times a day, you know, in the long run, it's just how much better you're gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah. I think.
And
Go
he
ahead.
talked about a piece from with Patrick Bet David,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about, you know, developing the skills at 13. You know, he's like, but my goal wasn't to beat you at 13. My goal was to beat you when we're 18.
Yeah.
Because 5 years later, if I'm training with both hands, you know, now I have that skill. If you're still doing the same things 5 years later, your game isn't developed enough.
Sure.
And so I just feel like, you know, well, that's true. And if I could have understood that when I was younger, it'd be a lot different. Um, but yeah, man, he just every time I listen to an interview of him or you know see one of his plays, I get hyped.
It's really crazy how somebody that you've never met before could be such an impactful person. And without, I mean, taking anything away from him, it wasn't really like, for example, sometimes you see certain personalities like out in the open or celebrity wise or athletes that you know them and it's because of like their personality in terms of like they're very like how do I explain it? Very extroverted. They say a lot of shit. They do and they do a lot of crazy shit as well. But that guy wasn't really a guy. Of course, he would talk, and it was mostly on the field. But it wasn't really like he was doing anything like to really capture your attention. You get me? It was like the work spoke for itself, right? Which is something that we don't really see a lot in society, or now with the new day and age of like social media. It's like here, this is what I'm doing here, this is this, and people are just like throwing it out there. And this is a guy that, as you mentioned, just kind of put in the work. And I mean, if we're being honest, most of us probably never even really saw all the work that he really did put in. His work ethic, second to none. And I mean, ultimately, what ended up like, you know, I mean, well, of course, like the basketball, right? But like what ended up being like, I guess you could say like the thing that really like elevated him even that much more is, you know, the crazy stories that you hear about his training. And like when his partners would come in, he had already had trained twice and then he was going to train after them. So that's what like really fascinates people and really just kind of elevates, you know, that Kobe legendary status, you know, up a little bit higher, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just work ethic in itself. Um, like you said, waking up early, like that's hard to do. Nobody's at the gym at 4 in the morning, bro.
No.
You know, nobody. People, at least the gym I go to, people
Yeah.
start coming in about 7.
Yeah.
But you know, the way I tell people is that you know if you wake up early and you get this out of your way, as soon as you can get up, you know, you can come back home at 8, 9 in the morning, and your family, your wife, your you know whoever you live with,
Yeah.
they're barely waking up.
Yeah.
So you didn't miss any part of the day.
That's true.
You simply just started your day earlier. And now by the time you come home, you can come home if you know your family's getting up, you shower, you guys can have breakfast. If there's a day planned that day, you know you still have your whole day ahead of you.
Mm.
Um, and to me, it just kind of like wringing the rag out in the morning. You know, just get it out of my system, and I'm for the whole day. I'm relaxed. I'm hungry. You know.
I think like the only problem that I've ever had with working out in the morning, bro, is that I'm tired the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've tried it, bro, and I tried it a variety of different ways. I've tried it fasted. I've tried it with food, and I don't know. Like regardless, I feel the same way. Like either way, I try it, bro. And yeah, man, it's just yeah. I don't think I'm a morning person in terms of like working out. Like I don't mind like waking up if I have to and doing some type of work like writing or editing. But to work
Yeah.
out, to get up in the morning and work out, nah, bro, it kind of like ruins the rest of my day. If I'm being completely honest.
Ah, nah, bro. I love it. I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times that you know I'll be up at 2, 3 in the morning. Let's say if I go to the restroom or something and I just can't go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Um, but I'll just sit in my bed for an hour sometimes, or
Damn.
40 minutes, because I'm like, damn, I don't want to go, but I know I have to. And the longer from those 40 minutes, 30 minutes, I
Yep.
could have been at the gym already.
Yep.
I could have been stretching, getting warmed up.
Yep.
But yeah, like you said, a lot of that is I take it from them. Another person like Mike Tyson, and he used to say he used to get up in the morning because he knew people were asleep while he was working out.
Yeah, that's true. You know what's funny, bro? That exactly what you just mentioned is the craziest part because when I was doing the burpee challenge, bro, which I actually want to thank you for, like personally, I wanted to tell you face to face, bro. Thank you for the support. There was a few people, bro, that would check in on me because they thought what I was doing was a little like it was too much. Honestly, it was. But I just want to say thank you for supporting me and checking up on me and honestly like trying it at the beginning. But yeah, like it's funny what you just said about like starting, bro. There would be some days where I was dragging ass. It was day like some random day, bro, day 12 and shit. And literally, like, I would spend like 20, 30 minutes just looking at the hex bar, bro, where I was going to do the burpees. And I was all like, fuck, dude, this shit is taking me forever to start, right? And I don't know, like, I just kind of like equated that to like everything that we do in life is like, damn, bro, like, it just really takes us like so much time to start. Like, and in reality, like once you jump in, it just becomes kind of something that easily like just rolls by. You get me? Because yeah, like the starting point, like to get down, do your first burpee, second burpee, third burpee, fourth burpee is still kind of boring, bro. Especially like when you have so many burpees in, like it just it's boring, bro. Like straight up, it's boring. It hurts, bro. Like you're tired as shit. At that point, you're probably not even sore anymore. But like your central nervous system is so taxed, bro, that it just hurts, bro. And so as soon as you get like past the first 10, it's like everything else, as you mentioned, just becomes kind of like borderline second nature and just like run with it, bro. So yeah, like that's why like it was funny that you mentioned that because when I was doing that stupid ass challenge, I would be fucking dragging ass some days and I would literally spend like maybe 30, 40 minutes of my day just looking at the bar when I was all like, dude, I should have just started this shit like 30, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, I tried it for, I think I did 10 days.
Fuck,
And
that's still
then
100. It's a lot.
I got sick afterwards. That's why I stopped. But even those 10 days, man, I was dead,
You're
bro.
tired, yeah.
I couldn't even get out. But the thing is, I would still do my regular workouts, which was like just too much on my body to do at
Yeah.
once. If I would have broken it down, maybe it could have worked. But all at once, it was just way too much. Um, but yeah, I don't know how you did it, especially with the weight.
Weightless. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
taxed. My body was taxed, bro. Like there was instances where I would work out, but it'd be very light, or at some point it would actually be mostly kettlebells. And then since I was doing soccer too, so some days I wouldn't work out. I would just wait until I would play soccer at nights, and that was good. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There was a Friday where I was borderline, like kind of like I don't want to say panicking, bro, but my body was like so stressed, bro, that I was like, fuck, dude. And then my homies wanted to work out. I'm just like, ah, oh, fuck it, bro. And so we did like hit training. So like it was just intervals. For the people that don't know, is like it's like you set up a bunch of different stations and you do them for seconds, right? And yeah, bro, like at night I was almost borderline about to break down because it's like, damn, bro, like it's a lot of fucking. It was too much, bro. Like it was way too much, and this was closer to the end. I remember it being closer to the end, and I'm like, fuck, bro. Tomorrow I still have to do burpees, bro. That was the worst part.
yeah. I've noticed a lot of stuff that, especially with like body weight, it's really taxing, like physically,
Yeah,
but it's a quick recovery on it.
yeah, that's true too. If you let
So
yourself recover.
yeah, so like even doing burpee is like it's really really hard, bro, and
It
your
is.
body's gonna be tired. You're not gonna damage your body, but like you said, you feel the stress of
Yeah,
it, you feel the consistency of it, and it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
it's an overload. That's why. Because I mean, when do you ever get any type of workout in general? and do 100 reps of it.
I think if you would have done how much was you said it was like 12 pounds, no? The
Yeah,
vest.
it was 12 pounds, 12 point something, I believe.
I think if you didn't have that on, it would have made a big difference, or it would have just been a little bit lighter.
It would have been a bit lighter, bro, but I think it still would have sucked regardless. That shit sucked. Like, it was boring, bro. Like, a lot of the times, like, my battle, like, in the middle of it was just the boringness of, like, going down, getting up, going down, getting up, going down, getting up. And I mean, at
Yeah,
that point, when you have, like, 1,000 fucking burpees, bro, I mean, that's just boring as fuck, bro. That's just boring as fuck.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
The first few
but
days, they suck, though. They do really suck because you're really sore.
yeah, you do get, like I say, it's really taxing. It's a quick recovery, but doing it every day like that, it's hard on the body.
It is. It's too much. I personally, bro, like, I wouldn't really recommend it unless, like, you want to have, like, fun and shit, or you want to do something, like, challenging. But if I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't recommend it. I would just tell people to stick to a conventional workout routine.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, doing them every day is just too much. I
Mm.
think it's too much. Even I would say maybe 3 days. If
Yeah,
you throw in some pull-ups in there, just to get a little bit of everything.
yeah, that's true.
I think that would be a little bit better. It'll still be hard. Don't It's gonna be really hard, but it's at least a good starting routine.
Do you do pull-ups?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
been.
I do. I only do them on Sundays,
Oh, okay,
and then I'll do 10 sets of 5.
10 sets of 5. Damn, that's a lot, bro.
But I superset.
Oh, all
But
right.
I superset.
Okay.
So I'll do 6 sets of 10 rear delts
Uh
on
huh.
the cables, and then I'll switch it and do 6 sets of 10 pull downs with
Oh
the rope.
shit. I've been trying to learn how to do, like, the super wide pull-ups, bro. Cause I could do
Yeah, that's the
these,
ones I
like,
do.
that are like shoulder width apart, and I could do chin ups, of course, bro. But I've been trying to do these wide ones. Fuck, bro, they're hard as shit.
Nah, that's the only ones I do, the wide ones.
Oh yeah, fuck, bro, that's just hard as
Yeah,
shit.
because it's hard.
Yeah, it's really
It's
fucking
hard.
hard, bro.
But that's why I only do 5 reps at a time.
Hmm.
Because I think I know I can do more, but I know after 5,
The form.
my form isn't right. Yeah, it doesn't feel right when I go up. So I just, I'll stop. I'll rest a little bit, and then, like you were saying, that you were staring at the X bar, bro. It's taking me almost an hour sometimes to do
Yeah.
those 50 pull-ups because I'm so tired. I don't want to do it. I'm just looking at the bar, and if I can't do 5, I'll do sets of 4, sets of 3,
That's good
whatever
though.
it takes. Yeah, whatever it takes. But as long as I do 50, then we're good.
Have you ever tried doing the MRF?
No, what is that?
The MRF is the military program where you do it's 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, and I believe it's a mile run.
Oh, that's not. No, it's not. That'll take me a while to do though.
Yeah, they do it
I've
every
done a
Memorial Day. Like, sometimes at certain local gyms, like, especially like the ones run by veterans, they'll do a MRF, bro.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
That'd be a
a
cool challenge to do.
yeah, it's a challenge, bro. I believe if I'm if I'm not mistaken, it was actually a challenge created by a veteran from, I want to say, the Iraq War. I want to say, I'm not sure, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to check that out, or like actually check my facts.
All right, we should actually do that challenge.
Yeah, we should do it. They do it every Memorial Day.
Yeah, we
We
should.
just gotta prepare for next September, I believe. Every September.
I think when I did 100 pull-ups, it took me like 2.5 hours.
Fuck.
Bro, I was so tired the next day.
I
My
could
body
imagine.
was drained.
I don't think I've ever done 100 pull-ups in a day.
Yeah, it took me a while. I said 2.5 hours, but I was so tired. Ended up using the
The wrist straps.
wrist wraps. Yeah, because my grip was just gone.
How are your hands? How are the calluses?
Oh, bro, I had calluses everywhere. I had blisters because I was using the chalk ball at first.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, like you said, I started getting like blisters and started like kind of messing up my hands. So that's when I used the wrist straps.
Hey, have you seen like that little? I want to say it's called the tornado bar.
The what?
That tornado bar.
Nah.
You haven't seen it? It's like a barbell,
What is it?
bro. But it's a bit like flimsy. Like it holds a lot of weight, but it's all flimsy.
Oh,
And the whole point of it
yeah,
is to keep
yeah,
the
yeah.
like the stability on it.
I forgot who I saw. I saw it in a YouTube video. I think they were benching with it.
Yeah, they're benching with it, but they do all types of shit with it. But
Yeah,
yeah, have you seen that shit?
yeah. Nah, man, I can't do that.
I low-key want to try
Nah,
it.
bro.
I want to try it at least. Maybe not with a lot
I
of
don't
weight,
know. Hell no.
but just try it, bro.
I mean, it'd be cool just to see lightweight,
Yeah, lightweight.
to see your stability and everything. But bro, I don't even do regular bench press.
Nah,
Nah,
why not? Jay Cutler?
uh, nah. Uh, I don't like going heavy by myself.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'll just stick to dumbbells.
Dumbbells. Yeah. Well, so far I haven't really been benching like that. But yeah, every time I do anything chest wise, it's dumbbell as well. And usually with the bench, I don't really go that heavy because of the fact that I'm doing incline only. I don't really flat bench no more neither.
Yeah, I'll do incline. I'll do it if I can get another type of workout just for the upper part.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, I was trying to stay out of the incline, even flat bench.
Oh. Yeah, I don't flat bench. I haven't flat benched in quite some time. I've actually been having more fun with the kettlebells, bro. Believe it or not. Mostly because of like what Joe Rogan has says, and then I've actually followed the guy that Joe Rogan shouted out, and he has a lot of cool shit, bro. So I be following sometimes his workouts, and yeah, like
Hey,
they be hitting, bro.
you're gonna have that abs like the Liver King, bro.
I'm gonna need me a fanny pack, bro.
You're gonna have the abs like Liver King. That's how you say
Fuck
he
Liver
got it.
King, Natty, the most nattiest man I know.
Kettlebell workout. That's how he got it.
Shit, that was primal, bro. I'm not primal. I'm from the 21st century, bro.
Nah, but yeah, I haven't benched in a while either. Uh, like at least for chest, I'll do a lot of dips.
Dips? I haven't dipped in a long time.
Yeah, that I like it because it opens up the chest and it's hard.
You do it weighted?
Nah,
Nah,
I
just by
just
yourself?
do. I just do. I'll do 15 reps,
Mm.
and then I do 6 sets, and then the last set I'll just do 10 reps, make it even 100.
Fuck. 100? What is that, bro?
Yeah,
Your warm
100.
up or what the fuck?
That'll be like my third workout just for the bottom chest,
Mm-hmm.
for the bottom part, and then but after that, I feel I kind of finished with dips.
But yeah, bro, like I had to give my shoulders a little bit of a break because of all that fucking bullshit that I did. Uh, but yeah, like I'm barely like starting back on like a legit just regular workout routine, bro. Because I actually took like
I was gonna
a
ask
few
you that
weeks
too.
off, bro. I took a few weeks off. I was not gonna like continue doing that shit. I had to let my body rest for a little bit, bro.
I was gonna ask you that too. Like, how long did it take you to recover from that? Like, fully recover to where you said like, all right, I'm back at it.
Probably like a week and a half, bro.
A week and a half.
A week and a half. But even then, during that time frame, I would still be playing soccer, and I would just kind of like go for like small jogs. But I feel like I got everything really fast back on, bro. Like I got the weight back on like really fast. Like in a span of like a week, I like pushed up like those 10 pounds that I had lost. I was like at even flat 200, 199, bro. I like no mames, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah, it's
quick.
hard, bro.
That shit was quick,
It's
bro.
hard because if you don't keep like doing the
Doing it,
cardio, you're just getting away quick.
yeah. And I was not really gonna fucking change basically what I was eating so far, and then so I just started picking out, bro, and then I got the 10 pounds back. My fucking workouts weren't as intense anymore. I like fuck, bro. Maybe this upcoming
Well,
year, bro.
I noticed that when remember I told you I used to run for a bit.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of weight doing that,
Yeah.
and I would eat like pizzas. I would
Hell
still eat,
yeah.
but I was still losing weight. I was because it was just a lot of running.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, I actually went out with Jonathan. Remember Johnny?
Yeah,
Yeah, we went to go hike, bro, and we kind of got lost a little bit, and we ended up doing like 7 miles, bro, on the hiking trail.
damn.
Yeah, we got lost, bro. So we went the opposite way. So we climbed the mountain the opposite way, and it wasn't shit. So we had to come down, bro. Like not all the way down,
Oh,
but to the point where the trail separated.
cut across.
Yeah, and then we had to
Yeah,
cross all the way around. So we ended up doing like fucking 7 miles, bro.
damn. I went hiking once. I got stuck on the top.
So yeah, we're at.
I was like, I was like, man, this shit ain't for me.
For the people that don't know, anytime you're in LA and you meet an LA native, for the most part, they're pretty active. Those motherfuckers are gonna take you hiking, right?
Yeah.
It's like hiking is a
Well, it's
fucking LA thing. What happened?
well, a lot. We used to go a lot to over there by the observatory.
Yeah, by the Griffith Park.
Yeah, Griffin Park. I used to trip out. I used to hear deer at night and shit. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, believe it or not, I actually ran into a mountain lion at Griffith Park. A cub.
Damn.
Yeah, a cub, bro. I ran into a pack of coyotes one time with the homies, and deer, of course. I've seen deer. Oh, but yeah, bro. One time, fucking a pack of coyotes who just ran in front of me. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh hell, no, I would have
Yeah,
ran the other way, bro.
I froze, bro. I froze. I always kind of like just like stop and just kind of try not to panic. And talking about that, bro, that actually saved my life, probably, bro. Yes, no, 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, I was actually gonna record with Louis. So I was walking in Louis' house because he's like maybe like 2 blocks away, right? And you know the dog, the Cane Corso,
Yeah,
the big ass dog, the big
yeah,
black
yeah.
dog. All right, bro. So in the next block, they have one, bro, and the lady had it out with another dog that she called Lucky, and I was passing through that street. I'm not afraid of dogs, bro. Like my uncle's always had big dogs. I had a big dog, so I was, but not a fucking huge ass dog like that, right? But regardless, I'm not really somebody that's afraid of dogs. So I walked basically where the fucking Cane Corso is, right? Because I mean, straight up, bro. I don't know if it's stupid or not, but I'm just not afraid of dogs, bro. So I walked straight where he was at, and also because I knew that the lady was gonna call him in, right? So she called him in, but she was calling in both dogs because she had two dogs. It was a smaller one and the Cane Corso. So she put him in, and well, she closed her gate only on the big dog, and the lady started arguing with her daughter that why she leave her other dog outside or whatever. And yeah, I overheard her, right? Because I was, like I said, I was just passing by. She's like, oh well,
Yeah.
your dog is not really gonna bite anybody or be able to attack anybody or whatever. And so I walk, and so just to kind of paint a picture, bro, like that house is like right here, and then there's like a good amount of section that's like a vacant lot, and then the
Okay.
other house begins, because in that vacant lot is where they had those electrical poles. You know which ones I'm talking about, like the big gray ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The ones that
exactly.
cut through.
Yeah, exactly. So under that, there's nothing. Like there's no housing. You can't put a house because of like those big towers. So I start walking that way, bro. And then I just kind of like hear like footsteps, bro. And then I hear a lady screaming like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey!" Yeah, bro. I see a big ass fucking dog rushing me, bro. That motherfucker was like rush like on the way to get my ass, bro. And well, I had my back turned to him, and so like I just turned around, bro, and like just froze, like just like stood in front of him, bro. Like just stood in front of him, and that motherfucker like
Yeah.
he like like a car when it stops, bro. He started like backpedaling and shit. Yeah, like yeah, and then the lady was like came to get him, and she's like, "Oh my bad" and shit. But luckily, bro, like the dog didn't bark at me. He didn't attack me. He didn't. He just like as soon as I turned around and like just kind of like saw him face to face, he kind of like stepped back, bro. I was all like, she's like,
Shit.
"Oh my bad, like sorry, whatever." I'm like, "It's cool, like it's straight."
Hell no, I would have front kicked them, bro.
Nah, but luckily the dog didn't touch me or anything, bro. But yeah, she has a big ass like Cane Corso, bro. A nice ass dog too, though. No lie, that's a really nice dog. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're nice.
yeah. So it was really big, bro. It was a huge ass dog. It's like way the fuck up here and shit.
I remember we got chased once with Rodolfo and Samuel
Mm,
coming home from school
where at?
on McKinley.
Oh,
It was
McKinley.
like on 54th, yeah, 54th and McKinley. You know how we used to come down, and then we would cut out 51st Street, and then
Yeah,
they would go
they
up
keep
towards
towards Long Beach.
Central. No,
Oh yeah, yeah, towards
towards
Central,
Central, Long
Long
Beach, and
Beach.
all
Yeah.
that. And then I would just cut across. But yeah, I remember a dog chases once. We were trying to throw a low in.
I actually hanged out with Adolfo too, bro. A few days ago. He's still
He
working
looked the
out.
same. From what I remember, he still looks the same.
Yeah, he still looks the same, bro. Like that dude's back in shape. He's actually a personal trainer at LA Fitness.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a master trainer now.
Damn,
He does a lot of bodyweight stuff though, bro. Like he's big into like calisthenics.
bro, it's hard. Calisthenics are hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
I hanged out with that dude, Johnny and Danny, a few days ago. They were actually asking me about you, bro. They said to tell you what's up when I saw you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. All right, Daniel. I for some reason I've never forgotten his birthday.
who's?
Chewy's.
Ochoa's?
Yeah, August 19th. For some reason, I always remembered
Yeah,
it.
it's just there.
It's just
Yeah,
there.
it's just fucking there. No, yeah. They told me to tell you what's up, bro. We actually want to go see Godzilla, bro.
There's a new movie.
Yeah, it's the Japanese adaptation though, so it's not that bad.
How is
It
it?
was actually really good because you know how in that universe they actually have two cinematic worlds. So they actually have the American version with like King Kong and all that shit. So there's actually a new King Kong Godzilla movie coming out like early next year, and then
Mm-hmm.
they have like the Japanese adaptation, right? And that the Japanese adaptation is actually quite good. Like it was really really good, bro.
Is it the one like they have the moth and all that?
Which one?
The Japanese one.
The
Is it
Jap.
where they have like all the big moth and then I think it's like a five-headed dragon or something?
Oh, they is that one, but they haven't adapted all of that into their world yet. Like the more like modern
Oh,
world.
okay.
The American version, it does have it, bro, because it has King Kong, it has Scar, it has like the big monsters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they're actually gonna bring out an American Godzilla King Kong movie early next year. But the one that we saw was the Japanese adaptation, and it's really good, bro, because you know Japanese people don't really give a fuck, you know, like it's. And then since it's like their thing, they I guess you could say put a little bit more emphasis. And so what's crazy about that movie that we just watched is that it was actually a movie that was budgeted on $15 million, bro. And for the $15 million budgeted in that movie, the movie's really good. So that has a lot of people questioning people here in the U.S. like, why are our movies so shitty in comparison to them? Or like something's going on with the money, bro, because of the fact that how come like their $15 million movie now is I believe they've made over 60 million, like so good in comparison to like the movies that we
Damn.
make out here that we're spending 200 million, and like a lot of the times as of late they've been flopping.
I think even John Wick was like that.
Mm.
I think their budget was really low, but look how big those movies exploded. I don't know. Like honestly, even with like Marvel, I stopped watching them after even basically Endgame. Like Endgame was alright to me, but after that, like I haven't kept up with those movies. They're weird.
The only one that I follow, bro, and watch is the Deadpool series and the Spider-Man series. Other than that, like everything else, I haven't really watched it. If I'm being completely honest, I've never watched none of the Thor movies. I've never watched none of the new Incredible Hulk. I have yet to see Black Panther. I've never seen any of the Captain America ones. I saw Iron Man, right? Because that's actually what actually started off like the movement.
Right, the whole
Uh,
franchise.
the franchises, right? I saw Black Widow as well, but other than that, I never saw anything else.
I didn't like the new Black Panther.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like what they did.
What did they do?
Well, because I think they were supposed to be. I don't remember if they're like either Aztecs or Mayan,
Mm-hmm.
but they live underwater.
Um,
Like you could have just made like this
Aquaman.
lost city of No, you could have made like the city of Atlantis type thing.
Yeah,
You know, and it would have looked a lot cooler. At least to me, I think it would have been better.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think, and it was funny because right after we saw Godzilla, I mean, we were just like criticizing movies, and if you really think about it, I think for the most part we've been watching the same shit for the last 20 years. Like most of the shit that they've been doing
What do
has
you
just
mean?
been like straight reboots. Like Hollywood hasn't came up with like really good new ideas, and it's not really like, for example, we've been watching. How many times do we really need to watch The Little Mermaid, bro? How many times do we really need to watch Lion King? How many times do we really need to watch? I mean, I sound like a hypocrite, but how many times do we really need to see Godzilla?
Yeah, uh, I don't know. I think again, I think people just get they're running it too long. Like they're coming out. They just came out with so many movies all at once. Where you're only gonna have so many ideas. By the time you shoot these things, and they get released. Actually, it takes a while.
Yeah, I feel like
And
now with
I
all the
I don't
CGI though,
think,
they should be having more brand new ideas though.
but I don't think even like just what's going on with the culture and everything. I don't think
Mm,
that helps
that's true.
because they're more restricted by everything.
That's true. Yeah, that's really true because like without really sounding too weird or getting too weird or getting too deep into it. Like for example, I don't know if you remember this or I don't know if you saw the new Exorcist. Did you see it?
No, I was gonna watch it last night, but I
Okay,
fell
so
asleep.
that movie is quite decent, right? It just flopped because it's being compared to the original, right? Like just like anything else, you're comparing it to like the original, and it's really true what you just said about restrictions because, and I'm not advocating in no shape, way, or form just to make it clear, but in a way, sometimes you kind of need like those extremities to make like a good movie. Like, okay, so without being fucked up or sounding fucked up, like for the first Exorcist, the lady actually kind of went haywire in her teenage years because, as you mentioned, like there wasn't so much restrictions, so she did a lot of like shit that was kind of like very crazy. Because in the first movie, like she's like fingering herself and like doing stuff with the cross, right? And she actually did that, bro. Like she actually fucking did that. But now you can't really do it, right? And of course, like I said, like I'm not advocating for it, but it's just like
You wanna see a lady finger herself with a cross in this
no, but what
movie?
I'm saying is like that looks more real because there's no restriction. You get me? Like since like
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah.
like the craziest shit, like it looks more realistic. Like you mentioned, like the directors probably have a little bit more freedom to explore. Same thing with like Jaws. Remember in the beginning scene? I don't know if you've seen Jaws, but remember when the lady's kind of like moving? Okay, so
Yeah,
what they
I've never seen that movie actually.
Okay, so look, there's a scene at the beginning where the lady's kind of like panicking and like because the shark gets her, right. But the only
Right.
reason why she's moving like that, bro, is because they had her chained up, and they're moving the chain.
Ah,
And
right.
then if you watch Steven Spielberg's kind of behind the scenes shit, he talks about like how that would be illegal right now because you're putting the actor at risk, or you could have like easily, maybe like hurt her vertebrae or her hip. Which, as I mentioned, I'm not conveying or I'm not saying like these things are right. I just want people to get that clear. But what I'm saying is that back then people would do like so much like crazy shit that would make like scenes look way more realistic, or like they were a little bit more crazy with like the method acting as well, that it got to a point where like I don't know, now with so much with so much restrictions, now with so much like cultural like shock and cultural appropriation and being politically correct, and we having all of these crazy standards that sometimes I think like they're ridiculous. We end up having like really, I guess you could say, vanilla, very like low quality. Not maybe, I hate to say it because I know acting's hard, but low acting, low talent, low ideas, and the movies just become very like bland, bro.
I mean, that's like you said, not to get too we don't really too deep into it.
Yeah.
But I think it's like I said earlier. It's just nowadays the culture is just so extreme on the opposite end of what it used to be. And yeah, you're right. Like a lot of the older movies were, at least to me, again, I think were a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and again, not everything was perfect back
Yeah.
then, but I feel there's a happy medium between, you know, what was at least movie making back then to what it is now.
Yeah.
And there were parts, like you said, there were those old movies. They did so much more.
Yeah.
And even to me, I don't like all the CGI stuff.
Yeah.
Like some of it just doesn't look. It doesn't look cool. Like it doesn't look right. I don't like it. Like everything is just CGI now.
So, do you think that there may be a lack of effort because of all the new electronical or technological advances? Because back then you kind of had to make up for it. Like, for example, going back to Jaws, like the whole idea was to actually get like a robotical or like a robotical
Yeah,
shark
by
into
shark head,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly, but it didn't work because they didn't have the technology, right? So, what did they end up doing? Do you know what they ended up doing?
No.
Okay, so that movie was, and this is how creative people get, bro. That movie was the first movie actually produced where the shark mostly doesn't really come out. So what ends up happening is that they actually use the camera like as over the water. You get me? Like the point of view is like barely over the water.
Oh.
So now they don't really have to use the robotic fish. You're kind of seeing like the movie from the first point of view of like the shark. You get me?
Yeah. I think it's a big thing. Like with the as far as like the cultural restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it blocks creativity.
Mm.
Because you could just have one thing that leads to another. It could become a domino effect.
Yeah.
Um, something like you said earlier, or like we were saying earlier, is a movie budget so low as John Wick. Look at what it's become now, and that just comes through creativity. It's the guy imagined it a certain way. He comes out in Joe Rogan. He talks about it. So he describes like the whole process of it, what he had to do, how he had to make up for it. Uh, but I also think it's just the culture, the whole world is just consuming so
Bullshit.
many stuff. Yeah, so much. It's not just bullshit, but just so much information all at once, bro.
That's true.
Like everything about the whole world. You can literally find out
On your
anything
phone,
you want.
touching a button.
Yeah. So now trying to make a movie that instead it's only going to satisfy a few people or a few million people. It's now you got to represent throughout the whole world.
Mm.
And I think people don't understand the scale of it to where America is 300 plus million people. That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
But in the world, the population is billions. Like that's a huge difference.
It is.
Um, so I know, like obviously, you're not gonna satisfy everybody. Yeah. I mean, basically, I just think just let things be what they are. A movie is a movie, and it's supposed to be exorcism. It's supposed to have inappropriate and
Yeah.
things that you might find gore or you know. I feel as long as you're not just too far crossing the line too far, um, there's always a room to where you can push things. Just like anything else in comedy or anything that we see.
I know that you're not on social media, or maybe you've heard of it just because of YouTube, but I don't know if you know this, but Matt Rife was actually under attack.
No, I haven't. I don't know about for what.
Okay, so Matt Rife. Okay, so this is the thing about him is that okay, so if you know who he is, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The
I know who he
comedian,
is.
you'll probably see a lot of his clips on YouTube Shorts. They probably come out. So you know how like he does a
Yeah.
lot of crowd work, right? And that's kind of
Uh,
what ends up being popular on like these short form content formats
right.
on the web, right? So his thing was that okay. So he says, or I mean, it's proven, right? Let's be honest. Like a lot of women go to his show, right?
Yeah,
But his thing is, if you really pay attention to his jokes, or you actually gone to some of his stand up, besides the crowd work, most of his jokes are actually geared toward men. And so he's saying that a lot of times, like women are coming in with the kind of like the expectation to be catered to them in a way you could say. But his point of view is that he actually has, or most of his comedy is like dude comedy, which I'm not really too sure because I don't really watch any of his stuff like in long term format. It's more like very
yeah,
short form content that blows up. But he actually made a joke on domestic violence, bro. And so think about it like this, bro. His fan base is, of course, a lot of women, and so he got a lot of backlash for that. And so people were trying to cancel him. And so, like you mentioned, he's a comedian. At the end of the day, that shouldn't really translate over into the real world, because to some extent, it's comedy, right? Like some of it, yeah, like they say, like yeah, there might be some truth to every joke, but at the end of the day, it's just comedy. So people wanted him to apologize, right? They wanted him to come out and formally give out an apology, apologize to his
yeah, yeah,
fans, to society. Like I give a fuck. You get me? Uh, so what he ended up doing is he went on his platforms and he said, "Here's my apology video," right? And so he's basically made a post or a story where it says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, not I'm sorry, but like this is my apology video for the jokes that have been trending in these last few days, because this was like probably like a month ago. And so he
yeah.
actually put the link, right? And so people thought he was actually gonna like give out an apology, but what he ended up doing is that he ended up linking it to retarded hats, bro, like football helmets and shit. So he's like, I'm not apologizing for that. And so he ended up getting into a lot of backlash because of that, bro, because he refused to apologize over a joke, a fucking joke.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess everybody, you know, takes it however they do. Um, to me, especially when I see like comedy specials, like, I understand it's comedy.
Mhm.
Like I know the whole point of it is to make you laugh,
Yeah,
and sometimes you laugh at a lot of inappropriate shit.
yeah,
Like I don't know about like even, I remember when I was a kid and my parents would yell at me or I would laugh sometimes.
yeah,
And it's not because it's whatever, you just laugh at inappropriate times, but it's just comedy, bro. Like
yeah,
just laugh. If it's obviously you're not gonna laugh at every single joke one comedian says.
yeah.
There's gonna be some jokes you might not like, but that doesn't mean that you should take it to that extreme.
Yeah,
It's like it's a joke. Maybe it wasn't so funny to you. Maybe to someone else it was funny, but who cares? Like I wouldn't apologize either.
yeah.
Shit, yeah, for what?
I mean, I mean, just like quoting Carlos Mencia is like, this is a comedy special. Some jokes you're gonna be like, ha ha ha. Other jokes you're gonna have to put some Vaseline on that pussy because you're gonna be like, oh, I'm offended.
Yeah, bro. Like to me, there's been times where I'm like, damn, that joke is a little messed up, but I understand. Like Kevin Hart said it. Like you have to understand every joke is just to make you laugh.
Yeah,
Sometimes it might not. Sometimes you might get a laugh. Sometimes you might not. But
yeah,
that's a whole point of being a comedian.
yeah,
And if you try to put restrictions on that, then comedian needs to be the creative. They need to come up with uh, things that might be funny when you say them. They might be inappropriate, but if you say them in a funny way, they might just get a laugh.
yeah. I think they also make certain situations not appear as bad, because like people always look at the whole side of like, oh yeah, this guy said something that offended me and it's so bad, but also there's certain situations where they've actually made light of a bigger situation that's actually going on in society. And not only that, bro, like I mean, imagine if you're a comedian or any type of artist. I mean, going back to what we just said about movies, if you're restricted and you get to the point where like you're not having your own kind of persona, personality, and making things bigger than life, then you're ultimately never gonna blow up, or you're never gonna be seen by like the public's eye, because you're gonna be like so restricted, as you mentioned. The quality is gonna go low, and now what people came to see, or just kind of like the creativity that people are looking for, like it's not really gonna be there. Like for example, imagine if we tell a comedian, hey bro, like you can't talk about, like certain things, and their whole premise, or like their whole, I guess you could say, like show is around like those certain topics, then you handicap the guy or the woman, right? The woman comedian that are actually on stage, and now it's like, well, I mean, you at the same
Ain't
time you're
funny.
destroying their fan base.
Yeah, bro. To me, like some of my favorite humor or comedy, whatever,
Dark
is
humor.
dark humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the darker, like the funnier I find it, and
Yeah.
I will laugh. Like I know it's inappropriate, but I understand it's for comedy.
Comedy. Yeah, exactly.
Like I understand what I'm looking at. If somebody is, I understand the context. I should say.
Yeah.
So, but I think people are just full of themselves nowadays.
Yeah.
Like they're get over yourself. Like the world isn't about you. Not fucking everything is about you. Like get over yourself. There's
True.
a million. There's infinite more things that are bigger than yourself. Your family, your community.
True.
Your next generation. There's more important things. Get over yourself. It's not about you.
Yeah.
It's about bigger than you.
Yeah, and even when, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. There's sometimes too where I watch like a comedy show or like little snippets of shit, and I'll be like, damn, este güey se pasa de verga, or like it's a little bit too much. Like I don't go, like I understand that it's a joke. You get me? I'm not gonna go out to fucking social media, get a fucking parade of people, be like, we need to cancel this motherfucker because he fucking hurt my vagina. You get me? Like, bro, it's a fucking joke. Like it's just a fucking joke. So yeah, like sometimes, bro, like I've been getting a little bit more into like podcasts in Spanish, and yeah, like in Spanish, like they be saying some fucked up shit sometimes, and I'm just like, okay, bro, like this is a little bit too much. But I mean, I'm not gonna go out my way to be like, oh yeah, fulano said whatever, and so we need to cancel them. Nah, bro, it's a joke. These guys are just having fun. The people that watch them actually came to watch that. You get me? I'm just somebody that's looking from the outside. Like some of these people, they're not even really fans. Like I'm just somebody that's coming by, especially as we mentioned with the short form content. I'm just passing by. Do I like it? Maybe, maybe not, depending on who it is, depending on what they're talking about. But I'll just carry on without my day. I don't need a fucking comment, or I don't really need to fucking gather up a lot of people to cancel these people. Like, what the fuck for? I'm wasting my energy, bro. On what? On some guy that I'm never gonna watch again.
Yeah, like here's the thing. You could just choose not to watch it.
Exactly.
Like I don't know about like Instagram or how that works, but I know as far as like YouTube, there's an option where you could put like don't show me videos
They
from
do that
this
too.
person
Yeah.
or this videos related. Like it's an option. You could just click that.
Yeah.
Like you understand that there's an algorithm, and you understand that there's it's going to cater to all the things that you like. So then don't like the stuff you don't want to see.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very like to me it's pretty simple. Like I don't understand why that's a problem.
People just like to bitch, bro.
That's why I say like get over yourself. It's not about you. Like get over yourself.
Yeah, like for example, like the shit that you sent me with the Joe Rogan with the crazy ass writing, the dude that you sent.
Which one?
Yeah, you sent me a clip, bro, of like some writer dude that he was talking about his penis and like with his uncle and shit. Like that was that was
the one with the Sprite.
Yeah, like that's hella uncomfortable to watch. But it's true what he was saying though. It's like the people that are in the audience came to like see that or listen to that. I wouldn't go to that shit personally, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, like that's horrible writing. Like I could respect the work. You get me? Like no lie, even though like it made me uncomfortable. Like I could respect the work, and I could respect the next person that actually likes that or is into that. But I myself am not gonna be like, oh yeah, well my homie just sent me this pervert dude. I'm gonna go online and we're gonna cancel this pervert dude talking about feeling his uncle's penis in his hand. Like, nah, bro. Like,
Oh
it's just.
shit.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. You get me? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, like maybe I should be a little bit concerned because that's kind of weird. But I know that it's just writing. You get me? It's what people like. It's an outlet. You get me? And it's true what he was saying. How sometimes you give yourself that outlet, and some people get comfortable enough to the point where like they're also able to like share their experience. Just like that woman that said that like, oh yeah, like if you would have never shared that story, I would have never shared my other weird ass story. You get me? And so like yeah, bro, like sometimes it's like you kind of need those people to kind of like shed light on certain things because it gives also the people to it gives other people the opportunity to shed some of the stuff that maybe they have inside. You get me? Because I mean, who knows, bro? Like yeah, like maybe some of that shit we find uncomfortable, but somebody probably actually lived through some shit like that, and like they're able to like go to therapy or something, bro, and like actually be able to express some shit like that because they know that somebody else has also gone through some shit like that.
Yeah. Um, like I said, bro, it's just people get over yourself.
Yeah.
Like if it's something makes you uncomfortable, you have a choice. You can either, like you said, if someone makes, if let's say me and you are, texting back and forth, and I send you something you don't like, you have a choice to tell me, hey, bro, you know, I, I didn't think that was cool.
Hey, bro, why'd you send me this dude hanging from his fucking bed with his big,
Yeah,
big
like
black cock out?
I didn't think that was cool, or you could just, not say anything. But you have a choice, and the thing is, at least with me and you, I, I know there's a relationship where I'm like, if I tell you something, you're not gonna take it personal, and vice versa. So it's, I know I can tell you, hey, bro, like that was kind of weird, like
Yeah,
like why is she putting that cross in her pussy type shit, like.
yeah,
But other than that, I think it's like if you don't like it, something just don't watch it. That's it, man.
yeah.
Like, it's not hard. You gotta take responsibility for yourself. So if you don't want to see it, don't see it. If you want to watch it, watch it. Like I said, personally, to me, dark humor and comedy, it's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But I understand it's comedy.
Yeah.
So when I watch a movie like John Wick, I'm not sitting there like, oh shit, there's too much blood. Like, yeah, like he's overdoing it. No, I understand it's a John Wick movie.
Yeah.
And this is what happens in the John Wick universe.
That's true.
So in the same way, like Fast and Furious, to me, after the second one, those shit sucked, bro. Like, those shit sucked after the second one. But I knew that's what they were, so I had a choice. I don't watch them.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen them anymore. But I know that that's what they are. That's the kind of movies that they are.
Yeah.
Same thing, Harry Potter, bro. I don't like Harry Potter. I've never seen the movie.
Same.
But I don't care what happens. Like, I don't care what happens with Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I really
fuck
don't.
Harry Potter and Star Wars.
Jesus.
Lucky, when I was in high school, my homie actually had a phone where he would actually have a universal control on it. And so the teacher sometimes would play Star Wars, and since he had the universal control, he would turn off the projector, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then he would turn off the projector and shit, and the teacher actually changed the cable, changed the projector, changed the light bulb, because for whatever reason, magically in our class, the fucking projector would always turn off when there was Star Wars. But yeah, bro, going back to what you just said, it's like, yeah, bro, like people have the option, the choice to not watch certain things, not listen to certain things. I mean, I don't even watch the news, bro. Like I try to avoid the news as much as possible because it's so much like BS and so much propaganda, and you don't really know who's telling what or who's telling the truth. So yeah, that's just crazy.
But like you said, that's not your thing.
Yeah,
like that's not something that you're interested in. So why would you even watch something?
Consider it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very simple. I don't understand why people make it such a big deal when there's so much content that you can watch. There's more content than you even know that there is.
Yeah.
So why are you just picking on this? Like, just get over it. don't watch it, move on, and find something else that you like.
Yeah, most of this shit, I mean, you could just, with a swipe of a finger, bro, just next thing.
Yeah, like I said, like it tells you don't recommend this channel or don't recommend these videos. At least on YouTube it does.
No, and any other platform is the same thing, bro. Like, you have the option of, like, do not recommend
Yeah.
or hide
So
from
then
this user.
just do that over time, the way the algorithm works. Do that for a few months. Eventually, you're only going to get the stuff that you like, and now you don't have to worry about this stuff.
True. Really, really true.
You know, but if you're putting effort into it, well, yeah, that's why it's always on your feed, because you keep watching this shit.
You fucking weirdo. Yeah,
Like,
what's up? Go ahead.
yeah, bro. Like I'm saying, I don't understand. People are just fucking weird.
Yeah, fucking weird as fuck. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I hate to say it, but it just feels like a lot of the common sense is going out the window, bro.
It is. Like it really is. Like it's so simple. I don't know. I said, like like you said, I'm not on social media, bro. So like a lot of stuff, people ask me, "Hey, do you know about this?" Nah, I don't.
Yeah, that's why I asked you about like the Matt Rife shit if you knew about it, because I know that a lot of comedians that you probably watch have touched upon it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah,
Was
because
this
I think
recent?
this was just recent, bro. Maybe like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think Bert Kreischer touched upon it. Touched upon it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a few comedians that actually touched upon it, bro, because it was like a big thing. Because people legitimately wanted him to apologize, but las mandó a la
I think
chingada.
that's I think that's stupid.
Yeah, it's like for what? And when he talks about his comedy, like as a whole, not just like what you see on TikTok, it makes sense, bro. Like, cause he was talking about also like how like most of his comedy is geared towards men, just that women show up because well, al Chile, bro, straight up, he's a good looking dude, so that's why like women show up to his comedy, bro. Al Chile, you know, straight
Right.
up, right?
No, yeah.
And so he says that a lot of women like they think like all that what his comedy is him like heckling people or like doing crowd work. So a lot of women come excited, bro, and you see like the dudes coming in like this because they're seeing Matt Rife. You get me? Like, but then like by the end of the
Yeah.
show, he says since like the comedy is geared towards like men so much, like at the end the dudes are the dudes that are like cheering and all hyped up, and the
Cheering,
women are
yeah.
like because they're kind of let down that what you see on TikTok is not like his whole like show because I mean a comedy special is I mean an hour and a half, right? And it can't just be nothing but straight like crowd work. You get me? Like there has to be some type of
Well,
comedy stand up element to it.
nothing on social media is real.
Yeah,
So
nothing.
I don't understand why you would watch that. You know, why are you gonna watch a 30-second or a minute long video and think that's what his whole stand up special? You know, whether he does like an hour stand up or whatever.
Yeah.
Why would you think that?
Yeah.
You know, like that doesn't make like if you were truly a fan of him and you knew him and you knew his comedy, you would know that that's not what it is.
True.
But like you said, obviously they go because he's a good-looking guy, and
Yeah.
that's what attracts them to it. But
But
like
that's
I
not his
said,
line of work. You get me? It's not like he's a model. You get me? He's a comedian, bro. Like at the end of the day, he's gonna say something that is gonna be ridiculous, bro. Because all of them say some ridiculous ass shit.
like that's what I mean. That's their job. Their job is to be funny.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's not the appropriate thing to say. It's not funny,
I heard that
but
somewhere.
it's coming in the context of telling a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like you're going up to someone and just randomly saying some hurtful shit. You know? Like I think that would be kind of an asshole. But
I'm not a comedian no more.
yeah, I don't think that's a comedian. I think that's just an ass.
Asshole. Fucking
And
asshole.
you should get punched if you do some shit like that. You should get your ass beat, bro. But yeah, you're saying in the context of stand up.
Yeah.
So like, just like I said, if you find it funny, it's for you. If you don't, it's not. Like there's like you said, I listen to a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
And there's some comedians that I'll only listen to because of a certain joke that they say.
Mm.
You know, they're not always the funniest, but that doesn't mean I have to listen to everything else. I choose to what the fuck I want to listen.
Hey, bro, and imagine if they're getting triggered or booty tickled by shit like this. That, I mean, I'm not saying that domestic violence is a joke, right? But it's, at the end of the day, the delivery is a joke. But what I'm saying is, imagine, bro, like if the fan base of Matt Rife or those people that were bitching about Matt Rife, imagine if they listened to like somebody like Mark Norman, they would probably kill themselves.
Yeah, like, but that's why, like I said, like I think Mark Norman, like Tom Segura, they're more like darker comedy.
Yeah.
That's the shit I find hilarious. Like I'll listen to them all day, bro, and I'll just be laughing. You know, but that's what I like.
Yeah.
So they're not the only comedians. There's a lot of. I mean, there's not that many. There's Joe Corey. There's
Shane
you know,
Gillis.
there's Shane Gillis. There's so many more comedians, and they work clean.
Yeah.
You know, they'll do a lot more wordplay, but they work a different style.
Yeah.
But it's just, again, it's not to you. It's not for you, and you know, move on.
Have you seen Ralph Barbosa?
Yeah, I think I sent you a link
What do you think
earlier
of him?
today.
What do you think of him?
He's funny.
He's funny.
Yeah,
You like
he's
him?
funny. Yeah, he's
That
funny.
dude is funny. Dude is funny. Did you see that he also had a beef with George Lopez a few months ago?
Yeah, he
Fuck
was
George
on.
Lopez.
I forgot he was on some podcast that I listened to.
Flagrant.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
With,
Oh, you
Andrew
sent me
Schultz.
that one actually.
Yeah, with Andrew Schultz. Yeah.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny, man. He's funny.
He was on Joe Rogan not so long ago too. Dude made it.
Yeah, I listened. I heard. I think I heard part of it. I
Snippets?
didn't finish it. Yeah, but yeah, he's funny.
There hasn't been a lot of like Mexican American Latinos, at least that I know of, that have been like really funny like that, huh? Quite some time.
Nah, well, not Mexican American, but Mexican. Have you heard of Franco Escamilla?
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. He's been around for a while
he's
too.
funny.
Are you a fan of Brincos Dieras?
I haven't heard of
The
him.
other clown? They be doing like crowd work too. He be
Yeah?
fucking around with people. Yeah, he makes like he puts like little noises and shit in his comedy. He kind of reminds me like of a dirtier Gabriel Iglesias, but in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
So he makes like a lot of like sound effects.
Yeah,
His DJ helps him out a lot too as well.
There you go. Gabriel Iglesias, he works clean, bro.
Yeah,
And
really
he's
clean.
still funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
I think he's really funny. But he works clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you have someone, like you said, on the opposite end, Mark Norman, and you know, like you said, you're probably gonna get offended of a lot of his jokes, or you're not gonna like him. But
Yeah.
just don't listen to him.
Exactly.
Like as soon as you see it, if you want to hit dislike, or just hit, you know, don't show me this video again.
Yeah. Or just swipe your finger.
Yeah, and then you're on to the next video.
True. You've been watching Patrick a lot, huh?
Yeah, I saw he came out with 2 new ones that I just saw yesterday.
Yeah? Damn, that guy's working hard, huh?
Yeah. Well, I like the way he interviews.
Interviews?
He has all kinds of people on there. The Chris Bumstead one was the one I saw.
Yeah, I saw the steroid one that you sent, like how he lost all his testosterone and all that. That's crazy.
Bro, he was young. He looked ripped.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting on gear, bro. Like those motherfuckers are not even trying, and they're already like they're 17-year-old, bro. Like at their peak of their testosterone, and motherfuckers are on gear already, bro.
I know. I don't know why I waited so long.
There's some young dude. There's a young dude that that's actually blowing up. His name is Sam Solik, I believe.
Oh yeah, I see that.
He's blown up too, bro. But that dude's on gear as like a motherfucker, bro. He's like shit too.
Dude's fucking. There's no denying that shit.
Do you remember Cali Muscle?
Yeah.
The dude in jail. He stopped his cycles too, because that dude was about to die.
Yeah, he talks about it where like he would say like you lose off a lot of your strength when you get off that shit.
Yeah, you're probably all mentally unstable as well because of all the testosterone in your brain, bro. Imagine like getting off of that shit. That's how people fall into depression after roids, bro.
Uh, but just don't keep taking them. Fuck
Until
it.
you explode.
Yeah, I mean you're already on them.
That's crazy. I'm not down,
Yeah, I
bro.
don't. I don't. I've seen there's a lot of people in the gym like you could tell when they get off of that shit.
Shit.
Cause like, what? Don't get me wrong. Like they look. Some of them don't look so big, but they look like really toned and
Yeah.
shredded. And then they'll come back in. I'm like, I haven't seen them in a long time. Like, jeez, you're so small.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, you can tell.
Do you follow Alex Leonorius, Alpha Destiny? I believe is what he's called
Nah.
on YouTube. You should follow him and watch him, bro. You probably enjoy his content. The dude does like a lot of old school because you know like how they kind of divide bodybuilding into like silver era, gold era, platinum era, and all that. Like in the style of
Oh
training.
yeah,
Yeah, so he goes into like a lot of like the different eras and training of bodybuilding, and he does like a lot of like old school shit. Like he'll use like the chesting, like he'll use like a lot of old school like contraptions and shit. And he's really fun to watch. A lot of people have been interviewing him lately as well because his approach to bodybuilding and like training is very unorthodox, bro. Like he's taking like even like super old school trainings and like putting them into like modern day like workout routines.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably send you a link
I mean,
so you can watch them.
I think some people like kind of overdo shit with their workouts
Yeah,
to where it looks really flashy, but it's not the most effective.
mm-hmm.
Uh, but I mean, like, dude, those dudes got as big as they did for a reason. Especially in those times, like they didn't have the information, they didn't have the technology, they
Yeah,
didn't have, you know. And I don't think, and bodybuilding wasn't even that old. It's not even that old.
it's not.
So for them, to be as big as they were, and to have looked the way they did, like that's crazy.
Yeah, because I mean the science of exercise kinesiology, like the field itself, I would say it's a brand new field, bro. Like it hasn't been around that long, so most of the time, like these people had been training. I mean, there was really no science to it. And what I mean by
Yeah,
that is like there wasn't anything like that was really studied. It was kind of like bro science, and it's just kind of like a lot of things that just kind of like gathered up, and people would just kind of play with like what worked, what didn't, and eventually it became like a field of exercise science, which we now call kinesiology.
not only that, like even just think about the relay of information. So let's say even then, just to get a bodybuilder, I mean, if you wanted to get a trainer, you probably had to look up at the phone book, or
Yeah,
you know, you got to do your digging. If you need to do blood work, by the time they send it out, there was no computers back then, so
true.
all that takes up more time.
Hmm.
So, like you said, the advancement of just the science in general, it wasn't there. But for them to look the way they did, like, bro, Arnold's chest was huge, probably one of
Yeah,
the biggest. I was listening to another podcast. They're saying some dude had like 26-inch arms. Bro, that's crazy. 26-inch arms is huge.
that's big, bro.
Yeah, and then you had people, Ronnie Coleman, uh, so many people, Phil Heath, like all these people. Like he said, it's their time is their time.
Yeah,
But you can't deny that what they were doing gave results.
yeah. So
Like
those guys,
there's no denying that.
so those guys came after like the roids, right? Like from like that Arnold era. But even if you go, further back than that, bro, like there's some dudes that look really shredded even before like there was gear. Like people were actually like really shredded. Yeah, like there was certain like parts that were missing to their physique. So for example, like I want to say like the silver era of bodybuilding. Like for example, like they were shredded too, bro. But there was certain elements that were missing. So for example, like their chest wasn't as developed because the bench press hadn't been invented it. You get me? So there was like little elements of their physiques that wasn't popping off because they didn't have the equipment, of course, that the future era of
Right. That.
bodybuilders would have. You get me? But they were still like, nonetheless, maybe they weren't as huge or gutted out, which I find that like still kind of a bit weird, especially with this new day and age of bodybuilding. But they were shredded,
Yeah, it
bro.
looks
Like
weird.
shredded, fucking leaned out. Probably really big for that era of people, right? Because they weren't on gear, and then like the average person probably didn't really look like that either. But there was like little elements
Yeah.
of their physique that was missing because they didn't have certain equipment that would actually, target those muscle groups.
Yeah. I think that just comes again, like, I think back then they weren't thinking why is this underdeveloped, or why don't we have this more developed.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were just going with, again, what they had at the time.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I think there's always a base to that. Even I guess every bodybuilder, since we're talking about that, has like they have a lot more in common than they don't. If that makes sense. Like a lot of the workouts might be more similar than they think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if there's something new and if it helps you and if it's for you, it's gonna fit your routine and your lifestyle or whatever you want to implement it. Go ahead. I don't see anything wrong with it. But just know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So do your research. Understand that there's a trial period. So try to work that out for 8, 12 weeks, and you have to know that what it's doing for you, basically.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna have to take or use the approach that works for them because there's a lot of bodybuilders that end up being really big. Arnold being one of them as well. That wrote books on their training philosophies, the way that their workouts would be set up, and yeah, there'd be some guys that wouldn't really be in the gym for too long. I think it was, man, I forget the dude's name, but he would just talk about like doing high volume and low reps. So he would be in the gym, choose like 3 or 5 different exercises, bro. Something really like very simple, bro.
Oh,
I
that
forget.
was what the shit? The British dude,
I believe so, yeah. And he would just go in there, lift really
Dorian
heavy.
Yates.
Yates, yeah. They would just
Yates, there you go.
be there, lift really heavy, 3, 5 exercises, and then go home.
Yeah, I think he said he would only work out like 45 minutes,
Yeah,
but that he would like kill his muscle.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, there's a variety of different approaches, and also, I mean, not like straying away a little bit from bodybuilding. Also, like if you're an athlete, bro, or if you're doing something, I guess, yeah, like in the athletic realm, also train probably the way that you're like sports specifically how other athletes would train because I mean you're also doing yourself a disfavor if you're just trying to put on muscle, bro, and you're like in a sport where you have to make weight or in a sport where you need to have some type of mobility and movement. You're just gonna hinder yourself.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, train to what fits you. Like you said, we played soccer. For us, we didn't need a lot of upper body
Mm-hmm.
strength, but we did need more of like uh, being able to be stabilized and planted on your hips and your leg.
True.
So the workout is definitely different, but I think those small details that people worry about, that my muscle is shorter or longer than,
Yeah.
or like the fast twitch muscle fibers, I think that matters on the professional levels.
Yeah. Performance wise.
Yeah, performance wise, but for the majority of those people, like your body, it's not going to be much of a difference. Like it's not going to matter. What matters more, I think, is just doing the proper exercise and then having the good form to when you do your your exercise.
Yeah, that's true. Because I feel like a lot of people, and it's happened to me before, especially when I was in high school. For example, I would curl, right? And people would tell me, hey, bro, like, how much do you curl? And at the time, I mean, I would only be curling like dumbbells, like at 20, 20, 15 at most. And then
Yeah,
somebody else would be like, oh, well, I curl 50. I'm like, all right, let's work out. And yeah, bro, when I see people curl 50, well, yeah, bro, you curl 50, but you're like throwing
you're
them like
swinging
over
your
your
whole arm.
shoulder,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, like, so what the fuck does that like mean? Like, honestly, you're not even really doing like the exercise correctly. So what type of benefit are you getting from it? At the end of the day, you're probably gonna blow up your back, blow out your back.
yeah. Like I said, I mean, to each their own. I tell people like I work out the way I do because that's what works for me.
Yeah.
Like if anytime you see that I'm doing something and it interests you, I'll talk to you about it. I'll let you know what I can and why I do things. But doesn't mean that you have to do what I do.
True.
So just find whatever works for you, and it's always good to ask people like, "Hey, bro, why I do that?" I'm like, "Hey, why do you do this workout?"
Yeah.
Or why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Because it's just information.
True.
So then I can make the choice of saying, I'm either going to do this or I'm not going to do this.
It's like Bruce Lee's philosophy, right? Like take what's necessary, discard what is unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, like to me, like I don't lift heavy at all, but I think my form is better. Like I'll be able to do the weight with perfect form or close to perfect. And that to me is more satisfying than
swinging it around.
Than just getting a 50-pound dumbbell and having to use my whole body just
the momentum
to curl it. Yeah, like to me, I get more satisfaction of knowing that I did it a certain way, and even though that way might not be conventional, but it's for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here to satisfy myself, not have you worry about what I'm working out, what I'm doing.
Yeah. Why are you laughing, bro?
Because, bro, like, if people tell me, like, oh, why don't you go heavier? Like, I don't need to lift heavy.
Yeah.
There's no reason to lift heavy.
And sometimes people don't understand that. So, for example, and I don't know if this happens to you sometimes, like, when you lift heavy, like, you start breaking your form, so you don't ultimately put the pressure or you don't put the work where it needs to be loaded. So, for example, like, you're doing a bench press, and it's too heavy, it feels sometimes like your shoulders take over, and so like you're not even working your chest no more. I don't know if that happens to you too.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I stopped bench pressing.
Yeah.
Because when I would like go up in weight, I started noticing like my shoulders would be done by like the third workout. My shoulders they would hurt more. I knew my chest wasn't sore, but my shoulders were just done. So that's one of the reasons why I like the single, the dumbbell press a little better, just because I could get a further stretching, and you could just go lower. You can go lower in weight, and you're still gonna get the same
benefit,
the same muscle. You're still gonna get the same benefit, target the same muscle.
YouTube is really blowing up. The E1 Combat one, the original one.
Yeah,
it's blowing up and getting numbers because of the fact that I'm implementing a little bit of money. That's why, though. That's the only reason why I took the part-time, bro. Just to kind of like
just to get
money in there,
put a little back into it.
Yeah, put some money into it. Yeah, because I
You should put your link to your OnlyFans on there.
Hey, no lie, that video got me half of the views on that channel. That one went crazy, and on TikTok too, bro. I'm like, damn. Like I told my homie too, bro. Out of all the fucking videos like that could have like blown up, like the most inappropriate one with the content that will probably make me get me disowned by my family.
I'm telling you, bro, it's the humor is the dark humor.
It has the fucking humor, bro. And it's funny because people commented on it. One dude was all like, and it was funny, bro, even though like it was kind of meant to offend me, I guess you could say. He's like, hey, bro, what kind of outlet do you have, bro? You only have 78 subscribers. Just go do your OnlyFans, bro. And then some dudes are like, some other dude commented. They're mostly dudes, right? Probably old school dudes or very like, stand-up dudes that I respect, as well. I'm not here to count on them, but it's just funny to me, you get me? Everything on the web, as we told you guys, don't take it personally. Don't let your vagina burn. So, this other dude commented, damn, bro, where are the morals? And then I'm like, you're right, bro. Where are the morals? Where are the principles? Where are the women? Where do I sign my contract? And I'm like, bro, like, all of this is just for jokes, bro. Like, literally, like, I have a Mexican with my mom. Like, literally, she probably disowned me if I did some shit like that. So it's like...
I think you should put your OnlyFans, bro. Give the people what they want.
I told my homies, damn, bro. You see, this is why fucking this is how you know social media promotes whores. Way they're promoting a video where I'm trying to whore myself, bro.
Don't fall for the trap.
Don't fall for the trap, boys.
The temptation from the devil.
Yeah, like, bro, sometimes I'll be seeing like little snippets and shit of like some of these hoes on certain podcasts, and the money that they're making sounds might hop
Hey,
on,
one.
might hop on, bro. Nah,
And just like they say, they're only gonna do this for a little bit, right?
yeah, but the reputation they have forever, it hurts, bro. God forbid, bro. Like I go after my dream and I make something here happen in the next, few months, and then like, God forbid something goes wrong and I have to work a regular 9 to 5 way. No mames, way. What the fuck? What the fuck do I say? My fucking my life skills.
Self-employed for the for the past
Yeah,
couple of years.
yeah. On OnlyFans, nah, but
Entre- Entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship, but nah, fuck that, bro. Like it's funny how a lot of people thought that I was dead serious, bro. But nah. I even said in the podcast, and this is the bad thing about short form content is that you don't get the whole context of it.
Yeah, you don't
So
get the whole.
so when I said like, hey, at least I have an outlet right now. I didn't mean it in terms of like the outlet that I was on gave me a lot of money. I meant it more in like it gives me the creativity to do whatever I want. Because I also said, before that I have a decent job where I only work, a limited amount of hours, which is good enough for me at the moment. So like now that I have an outlet where I'm able to kind of express myself any way that I want, like that's what I meant by it. But people thought like an outlet of like that makes me a lot of money. You get me? So that's kind of like the dangers of having short form content, right? Like, and also, I also ended up saying, like, if you gotta watch the whole like podcast, right? I said I would only really, really do it because it's edited out, bro. I would only really, really do it like if I was at if I was at really like the lowest like point in my life, bro. Like last minute, last option,
Last
bro.
resort.
Like super last resort, bro.
What would
So
you do? What would you do first? Sell drugs or do OnlyFans?
fuck, bro. That's a tough one, man. I'd probably. But wait, do I sell drugs by myself and do I do OnlyFans by myself, or is it like in the context that we did in the podcast where I'm doing it with a chick and selling drugs by myself?
You're selling drugs. Nah, you're like in a affiliation to a drug
Uh huh.
uh, club or whatever.
And then OnlyFans I'm by myself.
Nah, you gotta choose a girl.
Okay, so I think I would probably go with the girl, bro. Yeah, just
But you make more.
because.
You'll
I,
make more money doing drugs.
well, depends on the girl, bro.
What if it's not a like a cute girl, but she's still in the video?
Oh, how's her performance?
I think your performance matters more.
No, because I would probably have to market it under her name. Because like the
It's
question there,
your OnlyFans.
because the question there was if I had a girlfriend and she told me or basically the scenario was that
Yeah, it
that
would
the,
be her own.
it
Yeah,
would be her OnlyFans, right? And basically if she told me to like jump in, like would I do it? But I think that okay, so like if I had a like a ugly ass chick, if I could fucking put a bag on her way or a mask, but her performances are good, because sometimes food like that's all that really matters, the performance. That's why dudes be fucking like chicks that be ugly as fuck, right? Just because they give good head or they throw it back nice, right? So that's the only reason why some of these dudes date some of these chicks, right? Same shit like with like ugly ass dudes, you get me? Like that's why that whole joke kind of keeps recurring with like, oh yeah, that fool's ugly. How the fuck does he get out of the girl? I don't know, bro. Maybe he has a huge cock. You get me? So look, if she's ugly and her performances is good enough to like cater or gather up a lot of views and people, fuck it. I'll take the chick, right? If she's hot and her performance sucks, I'll take the OnlyFans option, right? But if she's ugly and her performance sucks, I'm selling drugs, bro.
what what if she's ugly but her performance is like top tier, like A1,
Fuck that.
and like
We're promoting,
sure
baby. We're promoting. Call me Don King, boy.
nah, hold on, hold on.
Oh
I
my
was gonna
bad.
say, but she gonna make you come fast. You still gonna do it?
Yeah, bro. I'll probably nut like a few times before, bro. Not lie.
Your OnlyFans is gonna become short videos.
Fuck it, wait. Just by snippets, bro. Fuck it. I'll sell 30-second videos, 5-second videos. Fuck it.
I
it.
think you should start that.
It's a sprint, not a marathon. Bro, my cousin was all like, bro, you're actually going to start an OnlyFans? Like, no, bro. It's all for jokes. Like, all of this shit is for jokes. Like, come on, guys. Who do you guys think I am?
Cover your face.
Huh?
Do it, but just cover your face.
I'm not down, bro.
Well, we're a Rey Mysterio man.
Be like the dude from Friday. I'm Little Joker. Nah, I'm not down. I'm not down. It's funny though. That video actually blew up, bro.
You can't use Rey Mysterio now because everybody's gonna know. But
we're gonna be doing the 619 without the 1.
That could be like that's your first video right there.
Shit, that shit even has a fucking catchy ass title, huh?
There you go. I'm telling you.
The 619 without the 9. Bro, maybe you should do OnlyFans, bro. Look at you. I'll market for you, bro. I'll market for you, baby. Let's go. Let's get the money. Let's get the shmoney. Bro, and then you live in Vegas, all the escorts. Let's go, Alex. What you say, bro? Let's go. I'll market you. I'll market you. I have some other fool edit your videos, bro. I don't got to see your penis, way if that's what you're concerned about. I know it's huge and shit.
Honestly, I was like, I don't know if I want to be that intimate with him.
No, not with me, bro. Like, you're going to get an escort.
But, like, you're going to be watching those videos, bro.
I'm not editing, bro. We'll hire an editor. I'll market for you, though.
I'll think about it.
Think about it, bro. You're in Vegas.
Yeah.
You're in Vegas, bro. I'm just saying, you know.
Am I going to be working a 9 to 5 or is that going to stop?
Bro, we about to fucking hit the jackpot, bro. You don't even know. I'm not down for OnlyFans, bro, Loki.
Hell no.
The only reason I'm not down, bro, is just because I know that eventually, like, your name comes to light. So even though people might not recognize you at the moment, I mean, sooner or later, at least I hope, or I'm really working on, like, blowing, you know, any of these 3 things up. And so, more than likely, bro, like, people are eventually going to recognize your mannerisms, the way that you look, like, bro, like, honestly, like, there's a lot of people too, like, even, like, think about, like, the celebrities in Hollywood, and you know this is true because I don't know if you ever seen those videos where some dudes are like, oh, rate this guy's physique, and chicks be like, oh, that's Thor, you get me? Like, eventually, like, people are gonna figure you out, bro, so that's why I'm like, you know what, I'm not down, bro, like, I'm really not down, like, I'd rather just, you know, work my regular 9 to 5 for right now, and just, you know, hoping, like, working out with, you know, one of these 3 projects that I have going for me.
Yeah, I think if you do, like, actual porn, you know, porn itself is different.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing OnlyFans, like, you're a whore. Good job. You're a whore. It's a good job.
Let's go. That's wild.
There's a difference between, you know, actually doing those videos and just having an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There's a difference, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
I would really have to be at my lowest point, bro, to do OnlyFans. Honestly, I think I'd rather work at McDonald's than do OnlyFans. And I hate working. I would never work a fast food place. I hope, pray to God, bro, I never work a fast food place.
Bro, I can imagine those jobs suck.
Yeah, I've only worked. Yeah, I mean, low-key, I've always been in the service of helping others, regardless. I mean, I've been in, you know, gyms, and right now I'm working with kids, so it's a lot of people at the same time, but it's not really like you're dealing with fucking people constantly, bro. Like, that must be fucking annoying, and especially not knowing how some people fucking come into you or come into the driveway or, you know, into the dining area all fucking pissed off and mad at you for, like, no reason. And, like, sometimes, bro, like, I myself try not to, like, insult, like, anybody, like, in the drive-thru or
I
like,
do, bro.
in the dining area, just because I know that and I have some type of, I guess you could say, sympathy, because I know the job is shitty, and also because I know what it's like to work with a lot of people at the same time, and so that itself is very, I don't want to say annoying, bro, but sometimes it gets a little flustering. So I just always try to, like, you know, just keep it as cordial, professional, and, like, just try to keep my cool, because I know that sometimes, you know, the driver in front of me or the person in front of me could have been, like, a super shitty ass person. And sometimes I feel bad, bro, because sometimes I've seen, like, instances where, like, the dude or the chick that are working the counter are trying to fix things, and there's like some random lady or some random dude like screaming at them. And honestly, sometimes it's not even their fault. It's the people in the back that are doing like the cooking, or the dude that's putting like the stuff together.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stupid people that work there too.
I mean, bro, it's not really like a place where like there's a lot
Yeah,
of skills, you know?
well, I mean, how do you fuck up
How the fuck
a
you fucking
simple?
my Big Mac, bitch?
Nah, but yeah, those jobs are hard, bro. Like I've actually worked when I was young. I've actually worked in those kind of jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck, bro. Like
I
they
bet.
do suck. Like you said, you're seeing all these different people, and a lot of them they might be in the bad mood because they're hungry.
Yeah.
It might just be a bad day. Somebody might have they were having a good day. Somebody just cut them off. So now, yeah, like you meet a lot of but you also meet a lot of
Personalities.
like nice, yeah, not nice people. Hey, have a nice day. God bless you. And all this stuff. But yeah, it's a hard job.
Yeah,
It sucks for
I
sure.
wouldn't fucking work at like for sure, bro. I wouldn't work at In and Out here. Fuck that. I wouldn't work at Chick-fil-A, and I wouldn't work at Cane's, bro. I'd rather fucking work at a Burger King or a Jack in the Box, bro. Knock on wood, I never have to, right? But yeah, like if for whatever reason something goes bad, those are the jobs, at least from the fast food places, that I wouldn't work at because they're always fucking like this, bro. Everybody there, bro, like you
Nah.
go to an In and Out, bro, all the fucking dudes are like, boom, they're like crossing each other, like, bro, this shit is so fast paced, and these guys are so in tune with like the rhythm of like the workplace that sometimes it looks like they're gonna crash into each other while they're working in the kitchen. It's like they barely pass by, bro, and I just be
Nah.
looking at them like, what the fuck, like this is crazy.
Yeah, I've worked in the kitchen. Like I told you, it's crazy. It is nonstop, and it's a hard, bro. Like it's a hard ass job.
It
It really
is.
is. But so I like, all jokes aside, like I do respect those people because it's hard. Not only just you know being up and down all day, but dealing with all these people, and damn, you gotta fake a smile sometimes. It's just like,
You're all
oh.
cringing on one eye, like fucking bitch.
Yeah. So I mean, like it is a hard job, you know. Um, but I would say like that should be more for like high school kids and shit.
Yeah, but a lot
Yeah,
of but even then, like a lot of high school kids ain't even really trying to work no more, bro.
yeah, that's true.
It's like you try to give a kid to do something to do. It's like, nah, I'm gonna go fucking play online with so and so.
I don't know why they don't get kicked out. I would have kicked his ass out the house.
I don't know, bro. I wish I
I'd be
knew.
like, look, the rent is due on this day. You either have it or you take it. Simple as that.
Shit, I don't even
Like you
know,
said,
bro.
like we're talking about in the beginning of this podcast. Like you gotta have some like, backbone to you, bro. You gotta have. That's something that you're gonna learn in LA. Like you know,
No lie, if there's any teens watching, and take it from me, just because I entered the workforce late, not late, but in
sell drugs first.
no, like like in comparison to other people, I would say once you're 16 and you're able to get a part time, just get a part time. And I'm just saying this just because of the fact that going back to what you just said about Kobe Bryant a while ago, is like by the time that you're 18, you already have 2 years of experience in the workforce, and more people will take you in. Unlike me, where I started working at 21, 22, where it's like, I mean, it's not old, but at that point, like you probably should have already had like at least, I don't know, 2 years at most of like work experience, and like
Right.
people don't really kind of like take you seriously because when I was like 21, 22, and I was applying to like my first job, right, like it was just kind of hard for me to do because all these other teens were getting a job because they've been working since they were 16, 18. You get me? So if there's any teens watching, I would highly, super highly suggest as soon as you guys are able to get a part time, get it.
Yeah, not only a part time, I would suggest they get their license
Yeah.
because I'm not sure if it's in the whole United States, but I know that in California, if you're 15 and a half and you take driving
Driving ed.
courses, yeah, driver's ed, you can get your actual license by the time you're 16.
Hmm.
So if you have your license, I mean, you have restrictions on that license, but still you're able to drive. So
Yeah.
if you're already working at 15, 16, saving up money, and you get yourself a little car, Well, bro, now you can basically go anywhere. Police can't pull you over because, well, they can't take away your car because you have your license. You got money in your pocket, and you're just a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, you have the freedom to go where you want to go because it's your car. You're paying for your car. You're paying your insurance. You pay your gas. You know, you're paying your phone bill and all this stuff. That feels good.
Yeah.
Like, it feels good as a teenager that you're doing all this stuff by yourself. So, but even now, like I said, if you get your license, technically they can't take the car away from you. Like, I know one of the restrictions is you have to drive alone,
Mm-hmm.
or the other passenger has to be 21 with a license.
Yeah.
But if you gotta go to work, you don't gotta wait on telling your mom or your dad or your brother, "Hey,
Sure.
drop me off," or "I gotta call an Uber because I need to be at work."
Yeah.
Nah, man, just grab your car, bro. Go to work.
True.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
If you pull up at school with a car, you're working, you have your car. All these dudes are partying, yeah, but you got shit they don't have.
Yeah, true. You're a little bit ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and look, man, it's always nice to be young, to be able to have money in your pocket. You have a girlfriend. You know, you guys can go on little dates, give your parents, a little bit of money or whatever.
True.
It feels good. Like it does feel good. So if you can do it at a young age, like I said, get your license. You need your parents' consent, but I think if you're a good enough kid and they see that you're trying to work for something, I don't think they would have a problem, helping you move forward to get your license.
Yeah.
I don't think that would. Like I said, again, if you are a good kid.
If you're a bad kid,
yeah, because
you're fucked, bro. We can't help you. We can't help your bitch ass.
Yeah. But again, there's a lot of responsibility that's going to come from that as well. Like if you decide you want to drive, you decide you want to work, there's responsibility with all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's nice. If you can work and then you can get your license, why not?
Yeah, true.
And work out. That's all you can really do. Yeah.
Don't jack off.
I mean, that's on
there's some hard days, some stressful days.
Yeah.
Nah, but all jokes aside, yeah, like what he said, get your car, get a little bit of money, get some work experience in the workforce early on. That way, when you have the opportunity to work full time, like more jobs will actually look your way, turn your way. Because honestly, that's where I kind of fucked up. Even though like the jobs that I've had, I mean, I've enjoyed them, but mostly because I had my certification, so I think mine is a little bit different. But what I'm trying to say is that, like as soon as you guys can, like get your experience, get your experience, because then it becomes kind of difficult, like especially if you don't have a job, and then at the same time it looks kind of sus because like you're like 20 without a job and shit. So yeah, like get your work experience up, get some money, get your car, and you'll be ahead of the curve for a little bit.
I have a cousin that's 25. She still doesn't even know how to drive.
Yeah.
Like she'd rather Uber, or she'd rather have somebody drop her off than learn how to drive.
She works full time?
Yeah, she works full time. I'm
crazy.
like, do you know how much money you're spending on Uber? Like, you could have used that for gas, bro.
True.
Like gas is starting to, at least over here, it's going down a little bit, but you're not gonna spend more than $100 really. Like if you have a small car, you're not gonna spend more than $100 on gas a week.
That's true.
And Uber's pretty expensive, so it adds up.
How far does she go?
I don't know. I don't know where exactly like she works at. But I mean, I know even just going one way is probably like $10 at least.
Yeah, $10-15, bro.
Yeah, so I mean that's just one way, I would assume. So even if you put $20 a day, 5 days a week, that's $100.
True.
Like that's your gas money, and you can still have a little bit left over. Like, again, if you're young and you want to take your girl on a date, or you want to go out with your friends, you're able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, you have the freedom to do it.
Yeah, you have the freedom to do it.
That's true. So, yeah, bro. It's actually been quite nice talking to you. Like, I hate to fucking break it. I hate to end the podcast just because I know that you also have to go to grocery stores, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
grocery and just
yeah,
cut
and
my hair too.
yeah, and I know it's been a long time, and then I see that you're like in the middle of nowhere. No, where are you at?
Oh, it's some warehouse. I just came. I pulled over. And I parked in the back.
Yeah, and then I see like the sun beaming on you. So yeah, bro.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, like I said, it's nice talking to you. It's cool chopping it up. Hopefully, I have you soon on here again, just because you have a lot of good insight, and also it's always really good and nice to catch up. And hopefully, the next one I could actually have my cousin on. You've met him before, right? And then
Yeah,
one
we
of us,
did one of the first one we did was just me and you,
you.
and then the second one we did was with your cousin.
Yeah, I'll probably have you on pretty soon. Honestly, it was really cool that everything aligned, bro. This was the 24th episode. I had you on for the
Hey,
24th.
I want to ask you that. Was that on purpose or is it like just coincidence?
It was just coincidence, bro. Like we were talking about it. We were talking about it. Like because we ended the last podcast. It was like, oh yeah, like the next episode is the 24th. But I didn't really think about it too much. And then yeah, like during the week, he's like, hey, let's have somebody on. Like yeah, like I'll ask my homie. And like you're the first one that comes to mind, bro. So I was like, you know what? Like I hit you up. And then as we were doing the podcast, for whatever reason, I started remembering my cousin what he had just said. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this fool likes Kobe Bryant too. And like, damn, bro, like just shit just align, bro.
Yeah, the second time when the recording stopped, I started thinking about like I'm gonna ask him like, was that on purpose or was that like just an
Nah, it was just
accident?
like a coincidence, bro. Because we didn't really know who to get. Like it's just like whoever we could get on first or whoever replies first, like we'll have them on. I've been trying to get more people on, bro. But I think I've always had the problem with like, oh, I'm too shy, or like I don't know what to talk about, or I'll get back to you. You get me the whole I'll get back to you. They never get back to you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I've always had
I
a
mean,
bunch of excuses, bro.
I'm shy too, bro. I don't know what to talk about either. Like I didn't know what the hell we were talking about.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when my homie Edgar too, he was really shy, and like I had him on, and then like you're on here, and like the time just flies because my goal is ultimately to make you guys feel comfortable and just kind of keep you guys on topics that you guys enjoy, while at the same time trying to move the conversation forward. And if I see that you guys are struggling, I'll probably just say a lot and basically finish off with an open end question so you guys can chime in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like to me, I just see like it's just me and you having a conversation,
yeah,
and the same way we're talking now, it's the same way we text when we text.
yeah.
It's the
Basically, I
same.
think we talk here more though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, like it's the same conversations, the same stupid things, you know.
Same idea, same concept, same genre of things that we share.
Right, same interests. I mean, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I actually had JD and another one of my homies on the new podcast. So if you want to check it out, check it out. But we deleted, or a lot of things got erased because the first part, they were very very nervous, and so it was kind of awkward. You get me? And I know a lot of people don't believe it, but I'm a very soft spoken, very, for the most part, I don't really consider myself like super shy, but I won't go out my way to like really talk to you. You get me?
Yeah,
So I'm not. I'm more introverted, if I'm being honest, and a lot of people don't believe it because they think that like what I do, since you have to kind of like be out there, have some type of energy like this. They think that like I'm like this everywhere, but that's not the case. Like going back to what
yeah,
you
but
just said, like us being online, it's not really that I'm fake, but it's just really like I have to present to you guys something that's at least engage, like you could engage with, but something interesting enough where like you're not bored. You get me?
yeah, but I've never like the times I've done your podcast, I've never thought like, oh, people are gonna listen to me,
Mm.
or like people are gonna critique me about this. People are gonna say like this about me. Like I've never thought about that
Yeah.
once. Again, to me, it's just me being able to have a conversation with you. The only difference is that I can just go back to it and listen to it again.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't see it as I don't care what you do. What are you gonna do, bro? Cancel me?
I mean, you're not even on social media.
Yeah, yeah. What are you gonna do to me? Like you can't do shit.
Yeah, and at the same time, I mean, I've wanted to create these podcasts, bro, and like just have talks with people, just Just not just to get an insight on like what they think, but also just to give them the opportunity to just express themselves like in any way. I think like just expressing yourself and just having the opportunity to like actually like give out thoughts without any type of restriction. Going back to what we just said about creativity, I think ultimately makes for better content. I mean, look at the bullshit that I talk about in other podcasts. It blows up because I'm not restricted to one topic or just saying one certain thing. Like, yeah, like sure, I'm not proud of like that clip, right? But I mean, it gets your attention, right? It gets the people going.
Yeah, like you said, it's somewhere where you can express yourself. Like I said, I mean, it's cool. I've never thought of it by being critiqued. To me, it's just me having the conversation, me being able to uh, hear other people's opinions,
Yeah,
basically.
and a lot of times, and I said this in the previous podcast with my cousins, like a lot of people have opinions about opinions, and that doesn't mean anything. You get me? Because all of this, for the most part, has just been our opinions. And yeah, there's gonna be another person that has an opinion about my own opinion, but that's just his opinion. So why does it matter? You get what I'm saying? I confuse
Yeah,
you. I confuse you with a
if
bunch of
you,
opinions, but what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, they're just opinions.
yeah, like why would something stupid that I said bother you? Like it shouldn't bother you.
It shouldn't.
Like just yeah. Like if you have something to say in response, that's cool. You can have go ahead. You guys can have a conversation about it, but don't make it into an argument.
Yeah.
I think me and you have had that to where we don't agree on a lot of things, but we still get both of our points across. And I'll still see, okay, well, like I get it, or even though I don't agree with you,
Yeah.
I know why you think
You
that.
think of it. Yeah. I mean, that's I think that element that you're talking about right there, bro, is what's missing with a lot of like friend groups or people in general. Because you know how a lot of people always say like, "Oh, fuck my friends," or "My friends are fake and shit," or whatever. But I've never had that problem with none of my people, just because even in my own like personal friend group that I see on a day to day basis, like a lot of them
Yeah,
we don't agree with shit, and sometimes we'll argue, bro, like argue like to a point where it's like really bad. But at the end of the day, like it's just us knowing that it's like our point of view. But after that, like we're cool. Like the next like 3 minutes, we're cool because it's like we all have our own like personalities. We all have our own opinions, and we know that. And at the same time, we don't take it too personal to the point where like we won't grudge on that shit for like months or years later. You get me? It's just like it's said, it's done. And at the end of the day, what really matters is like that everybody's authentic with each other because I feel like so many people like fall into the category of just having like yes men and like if their friends do it, they all do it. And the thing is like sometimes there's certain people that don't want to do those things, and so then you start creating some resentment and some tension be like in your friend group, and then like you don't want to do it, and now everybody's not together. Now the other person's calling this other person fake, and then like you basically start the drama from there.
again, bro, you have a choice.
Yeah,
You have a choice to walk away. You have a choice to interact with that person and explain yourself. You have a choice to do it in private, or you have a choice to do it in public.
yeah,
At least for me personally, if someone has a problem with something I say, I would rather them come to me in private and just be like, hey, this is what the situation is, and we go from there.
yeah.
I'm not gonna, come at somebody the wrong way because like, fuck what you think or who cares. Like, I mean, I am, but if it's someone I care about,
Yeah,
I'm a want to, see what it is. Because most of the time, I think like you said, that's an issue between friends, even in family.
yeah,
It's just communicate.
yeah,
Like you have to learn how to address the other person with being able to get your point across without offending them.
true.
So maybe the way you tell me things might not be the way you tell Louis something.
Yeah,
Might not be the way you tell JD something.
yeah,
You know, everybody has their own way, but that doesn't mean like none of it means that you guys gotta get.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be a bigger issue than it,
What it needs to be.
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Like a lot of times I've had friends from high school. People who were my right hand man, people who were just there for me. there were times where we fought, like we actually fought.
Yeah.
But like you said, a day later, we're over it, and
Yeah.
it's like we're brothers again. Nothing happened. You know, put that shit behind us, and that's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, but I think like I think this is why people have me around for so long, bro. And it's not really to blow my own horn, but look, I say things straight up, and I think that's also the delivery in which how you say things. But this is something that I don't consciously do. Like I've always done it. Like for example, like if I say like something sucks, bro, like something that my friends are doing sucks, like I'll tell you it sucks, and I'll tell you why. But the way that I deliver it, like it's not hateful. You get me? Like it's very like passive, bro, to the point where like sometimes people laugh at the seriousness of some of the shit that I say, because it's like I get where you're coming from, but it sounds so like it sounds so peaceful, like in a disrespectful manner. You get me? And so that's why like I guess
Yeah,
people like even like with some of the jokes that I say, or like when I try to make like, and I say this all the time, like sometimes like I'll try my best to make my siblings crack up, and like it doesn't happen, bro. But then like I could say something like, "Hey guys, like the room's on fire." Like somebody turned that off, and like they'll laugh, bro. But the room could literally be on fire, bro, and like they think it's funny, bro. But it's just kind of like people understand that like I'm saying stuff, bro. And like and it's happened even like to me in like serious situations where like somebody's talking about something really deep, and I'll be like, you know what, bro, like, well, you gotta stop doing this and like stop bitching about that, and but I kind of say like in a very like passive tone, and they start cracking up, bro. Like you'll see people crying and shit, and they start cracking up as I'm like kind of borderline being disrespectful to them, and it just changes the manner around, because it's also like not just like what you say, but also like the delivery that you give. You get me?
yeah. Oh, I mean, with you, yeah, I could see that. But again, I think it's just because I've known you for so long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when you're a little bit more serious, or when you're saying what your intention is, basically.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I've had that. I can see why people would be. I
Yeah.
can see them, you telling them you're a little bitch, and them just laughing.
Yeah, because like I don't mean it in terms like, because like my goal, and I tell this to everybody, my goal is never to offend you guys. Like if you're coming to me for like help, like I'll tell you how it is and the way that I see it, but it's not to offend you guys. It's just what I think, and so people know that I'm not coming at them in a hateful way. It's just that the words that I use are probably sometimes not the best, if I'm being honest, but the delivery is ultimately what makes people kind of crack up a little bit shit. Because I could be having a very serious conversation with the person like borderline crying or mad, and they're like basically borderline crying and mad while at the same time like trying not to crack up, bro. But it's not like I do
Yeah,
that consciously, though.
that's what I mean. Get over yourself.
Yeah, stop being a
Like,
pussy.
if you're crying because they said things a certain way, get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of people don't have the right way they come across. I have that problem a lot.
Yeah.
But what I always say is like, even though I don't say it the right way, what I'm trying to say, my intention is
It's
this.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, like my intention is good,
And real.
but to me, the way I have to express it is, you know, like you said, might be inappropriate, might not be the most understanding way, but there has to be an understanding from the person receiving the message as well, to
Sure.
know that, hey, you know, maybe is he saying it in a way to disrespect me and offend me, or is he just trying to get me to see something?
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's both sides.
Yeah, definitely like the way that you say it, and also the way that you take in the information. You get me? But I think like the tone and the way that you direct it also has a lot to do with it. Cause like Loki, you could be like a very nice person, bro, but like if you're like if your demeanor's so fucking mean, like you're gonna shake people, like you're gonna have people confused, bro. Cause imagine like,
Yeah,
let me give
but
you a
if we're
hug.
working out, if we're working out, and you tell me like, "Come on, pussy," like I'm not gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Like to me, I know it's like okay, like come on, like I gotta get this shit going. Like you could yell that shit at me, you know,
Yeah.
like you said, "Come on, pussy," and whatever. But
Yeah.
again, I know that's how you are. I know that you're. This is the way, you know, you just are.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna laugh all the fucking time.
Yeah. And
But
like,
yeah, it's just. I think you just get over yourself, man. Stop being so serious. Stop. People are so serious about everything. You can't say shit. You can't do anything. You can't hit females anymore because they start fucking
There should
talking
be
shit
no
about you.
reason to hit a female, bro.
There's every fucking reason in the world.
From Bill Burr? Bill Burr?
Yeah,
Like, you serious? I can think about a few reasons right now.
bro, it's true. You take half your shit, you gotta pay alimony, child support, and you mean there's no reason?
That dude is funny, bro. So look, right now, it's about to be a minute left. So let's just kind of wait it out, and then I'll close the show this time for sure.
Alright, bro.
Just a minute left. Let's just wait until this shit ends, and I'll close it. That way we can go grocery shopping.
But yeah, bro, talking about fucking bitches up.
You fucked up
Yeah.
a bitch?
Huh?
You socked a bitch?
Hell no.
Not yet.
Bro, have you seen those videos where they get knocked the fuck out?
Yeah, I've seen a few, bro. Some of those be crazy.
Damn, that shit crazy.
I seen one where like some chick was trying to hit this one dude from behind. He grabs her and he just swings her ass.
Hey, you saw the Sean Strickland?
Yeah, they started getting down. Did you see the fight yesterday?
Yeah. Nah, I didn't see the fight.
You just saw when they got down in the crowd?
Like, yeah, so I woke up and I looked at like the stuff on
YouTube Shorts?
On YouTube. Yeah, like all my subscriptions and shit. So it came out right there, UFC.
Who the fuck puts them so close to each other, bro? Fucking retards.
There was a comment that I started laughing because it said, Sean Strickland's such a nice guy. He even told the lady to get up.
Oh, get up, yeah.
To get out of the way. Sean Strickland, I moved that girl. That's pretty
respectful. He moved the girl and the kid.
Oh, it was a kid too?
Yeah, Gilbert Burns' kid. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I know it was a girl because he just like I saw him looking down that way.
Yeah, I totally like.
And then as soon as she gets up, just starts swinging at her.
He jumped over that fucking barricade, huh? Nah, but yeah, bro. Not to keep you, not to hold you much longer. Like I said, man, bro, we sound like fucking old school Mexicans when they leave a party. Like, hey, bro, we're gonna close in.
Ya nos vamos.
Yeah, and it's like a whole fucking hour, 2 hour conversation.
Agarra tus cosas que ya nos vamos.
And they're right there in the front yard talking to your tios and shit.
Making fucking plans and shit.
It's like a whole hour, 2 hours left before you actually go home. But yeah, bro, like I said, it was nice to talk to you. Nice to catch up with you on certain things, share knowledge, share a bunch of bullshit and comedy. Yeah, man, and like I said, I hope to have you on pretty soon. Thank you once again for accepting my invitation. I know that I came in kind of late, so thank you for waiting on me. I really appreciate that. And yeah, bro, like any closing remarks, any final sayings that you want to give to the few listeners that watch us? It watches more on Spotify, so make your message loud and clear, bro.
Fuck bitches.
Fuck bitches.
Get
money.
Nah, just if you can work out. Yeah. You don't have to go crazy. Anything helps. Stay off social media. Fuck all that shit.
It's an addiction.
And yeah, bro, it's an addiction. It's not only that. It's just. I mean, I don't understand why you give a fuck what happens to Kanye West. I don't care why you care. Yeah, like
that's true.
Why do you
can't argue?
Why the fuck do you care who got married? Why do you care who's pregnant? Why do you care who got cheated on? Like, what does that do to your life?
That's true. That's really true.
You know, it does nothing. So why do you care? And just, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs that hurt your pee-pee.
Yeah. Fucking prostates and shit.
So yeah, bro. That will basically conclude our episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and thank you once again, Alex, for hopping on the show.
All right, brother. Have a good day.
Thanks, bro. Peace, bro. Thank you.